Good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to week 2, and now we have a name for it, don't we, Covey? Go on, I'll let you introduce it. What's the name?
Covey's Grassroots Show.
There we go.
I wanted Covey and Clinton's Grassroots Show, just for the haters out there.
Be a part of it. It's here on Rootz TV anyway. So again, look, we know we're both on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yes, it now officially has a name. It's Covey's Grassroots Show. So this is where you can find us most Saturday evenings, go through the weekend's results, or Saturday's results, in fact, and talking about some controversial things that have been happening. So, first off, how have you been? You okay? You good?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm good. Obviously I'm the manager of Bishop Stortford Swifts, and our game was called. We didn't have a game today because even though we play in the Essex Olympian League, we're not in the Essex Cup, the Essex Premier Cup. So we had a free Saturday today. So we were supposed to be. Mark Harrison invited us to play against his Tilbury side, who were like sitting top of the league, 3 or 4 divisions above us. So we was going to go there, but it would have been really good for the boys, especially for some of our younger players, to sort of go there and test themselves against Mark's side. I was working as well, so I wasn't able to be at the game either, which would have been disappointing. But the weather gods came and gave us a little assist, and we got the game called off today. So a few of the boys went and watched our reserves play. They was playing against Epping reserves, and ended up winning 5-2, which was really pleasing. We've got a new management team in the reserves, Richard Bennett and Robbie Caracots. So they've done really well. You know, they didn't have much of a pre-season. They came in late. They had a bit of a shaky start, but they've just started getting some really good results now. And although they've played a couple of games more than a few of the other teams, they're sitting joint top of the league, which is really, really pleasing. And it makes me really happy because they face a lot of challenges when they first come to the club, but that's done now, and they're sort of making their mark and getting some good results.
Wicked. Okay. Well, we've got a lot of stuff lined up for you tonight.
Oh, so sorry. Can I just say happy birthday to Richard's wife? It's her 30th, and I think they're tuning in. But she's 30. I swear he's like 50 something. So I just want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm not going to say anything about ages and stuff like that, but happy birthday nonetheless. Again, as I was about to say, we've got a lot of stuff coming up for tonight. So again, please stick with us. We're on it for 2 hours tonight instead of 1 like last week. Again, as you can see on screen, it says join us here. So click on the link. We'll try our best to get you involved. Already see that Mr. Fogon, aka Jake, wants to get involved as well. So saying, yes, lads, ready to jump on when you are. Get involved, guys. Do not be shy. I don't want to just be, people watching and not getting involved. At least drop a comment in. If you want to jump on board and have your little 5-minute say or 10-minute say, then please, by all means, get involved as well. So the link is right there. So there's no excuses whatsoever. So
apologise for me having to hold my phone. So like a bit like that.
No, it's fine. As long as we can make you out, that's the thing. We're going to follow up from last week's running theme, which was dual registration. We're going to talk about it this week because Covey's got some interesting guests coming on, some doubters, some haters.
Yes. Well, Dan Williams, the Springfield manager, is going to come on if he can work out how to get on. I said you're going to put the link on the screen for him, so hopefully he'll work out how to use that and he'll get on. So Dan put the original tweet out that I sort of commented on, and then a mate of mine, there he is. Ready when you are, boys. No, it's got to be ready when you are, Dan.
The link's right there, Dan. All you got to do is just press it.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
All you
got to do is press onto it. There you
go.
That one. The link's right there. We managed to get Jake on last week. We had a couple others. We had Apple on last week. Here we go.
Sounds like something.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm here.
Hey, we got Jake. See, Dan. Listen, you need to work it out, Dan.
Jake's come on. It's meant to be Dan. I was going to say, cool. Dan's lost a bit of weight.
How are we, lads? You all right?
Yeah, how you doing, mate? You good? Back in that car park again?
Well, no, I've just...
He's outside smoking again, isn't he? Fucking hell,
I'm in the girlfriend's car, literally straight from the football, went out for a meal, so I've literally just got back. Timed it perfectly with your show, so I could do it inside in the warm.
Yeah, good result, mate. Good result. I watched a bit of the... I was working today, so I watched a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you was filming it on, though. What was you filming it on? Like a Nokia 3310 or something?
So, yeah, basically a new setup we got last night. I just got a tripod last night. We had a work experience lad in his first year of journalism. He was meant to be coming down to do a match report, but there was not enough space for me to physically move the camera and do the mic. So I said, do you fancy having a go? And he, to be fair, his first time doing it, he done really well. And we got, I think the most at one point was about 25 listening, but I think in total about 357 listened live. So for a Step 7 game, that's a massive audience.
Yeah, can you count the ones that sort of come on and then watch for 5-10 minutes and then have to dart off? Can they be counted as well? Yeah.
Yeah, of course I can. Yeah,
good. Because I was on and off every sort of 15-20 minutes. I was having a little look. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, if you was to look at it now, it says like 800 because obviously people watch it back. But yeah, it was a good game. Obviously, I have got the goal scorers' names in front of me. Obviously, 2-1 to Damo. Fenny, and obviously his assistant.
Fenny scored?
Huh? No, Fenny didn't score. Obviously, his assistant as well, Wilco. Kevin Wilco was in the stand. So obviously, they observed it from a distance today as it's like cautionary measure. But honestly, Headingham gave a good fight. They played really well, but we should have been about 5-6-0 up. Then they score from a free kick. It's headed in, I think. And we got one back literally 45 seconds later. So we had to grind for the result. But it was Mac Miskin and Gabriel Perioski that scored the goal. So good start for us. And we build on again next week. And obviously money got raised for the charity as well in the form of... My brain's gone. It's been a long day.
Come on,
they know
mate.
Huh?
You're supposed to have all this ready for us. Come on, son.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's hang on. Wait. It's on the Twitter somewhere. But it's obviously we
had one job.
I've had many jobs today. To be fair, we got to the ground I think about 11:30. So obviously it's been a very long day in terms of that. I don't want to quote the charity's name wrong. So if you give us 2 seconds, we've got it somewhere. But yeah, it was a great game. And obviously the weather we didn't know whether the game was going to go on because obviously loads of pitches around us got called off. So I think we was lucky we was on the Braintree pitch, to be fair. But bear with me, I will quote this charity and then obviously I'll let you guys get on the show. But Fragile X, so a charity.
You raised quite a bit of money, didn't you? Raised a couple of £100.
Yeah, Fragile X. The chairman's on, so you might want to speak to the chairman as well. Fragile X here.
All right, Simon.
£2 for every person through the door. So officially there was 84, so that works out as about 168. But I'm not too. We might give more to them as well. And they're a charity that deal with children with like brain problems and stuff like that. So it's a great charity and it's local to Dummo. But yeah, it was a good turnout. Obviously, a lot of the Braintree boys were watching as well because obviously they didn't have a game. So
yeah, we should definitely do a pre-season friendly in the summer and do a charity day and raise some more money for them. That'd be good.
I think that would definitely be good. It'll be a good test for your lot against our lot as well. So our level.
Test for my lot against your lot.
No, I said it'll be a good
test for your lot against my lot.
Well, look, you've got it here. You've got it here. We'll see pre-season what the result is. We'll put a cup on the line as well.
There we go. Great. Cheers for that, mate. We've got Dan waiting in the wings. So thank you. Appreciate that for everything that you've been doing. And see you next week.
Not a problem at all. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Cool. Here we go. And then without further ado...
That's for my lot.
What's happening?
Who's that? All right, mate.
How you doing? You all right, boys?
Right, Dan? Yeah, good win, mate.
Yeah, mate, it was, It was. We asked for a reaction, and the boys, well, they couldn't play as bad as what they did last week, mate. It was it was atrocious. Like, so just said, look, it's just have to go out and just show me a reaction, just work hard. And they did, and fair play to them, mate. Come away, clean sheet, no dual signings.
You lie. I saw Reedy scored it, and he's got to be a dual signing, isn't he? Reedy.
No way, mate. He's been with me since the start. He's struggled with injuries.
No,
honestly.
I'm hearing you're pro dual signings now. Is that correct?
No. Listen,
he is as well.
Alex. No, mate. Do you know what? Right, I had this conversation with Covey, and it was just last week. It just blew up. It was just like, I don't care about dual sign. I don't care about other teams doing it. Yeah, it doesn't bother me one bit. But with my personal opinion, I've got a 23-man squad. So how can I get rid of players to then bring in 2 or 3? I'd love to. Don't get me wrong, but I couldn't personally do it. But I understand Covey's point, and I understand Brett Munyard's and a few other managers. I understand they're light on numbers, so they're going to have to. That's football, mate. At the end of the day, it's part and parcel of it.
Yeah, what Dan done? Dan put a tweet out, Clint, and then he went to bed.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not.
And then he listened to it. He read all the replies the next morning. He's like, "Fucking hell."
Yeah, it was exactly like that.
Covey and Alex Salmon going at it. Fucking hell.
Oh, mate. Yeah, it's just. I think everyone just was just. I don't know. It's just weird. Everyone just like sort of just went a bit mad on it, and it was
it's what
taken
out
of context.
Dan, isn't it? It's what it's about. It's an opinion, and I think we all went. I think it went a bit full circle, and everyone sort of like got it in the end, and it was, it went off piste for a little while, but once everyone was on track and on like from the same hymn sheet, everyone knew that it was a good tweet, mate. To be fair, and it was a good talking point, and it got people talking, which is what Twitter's about, to be honest.
It weren't malicious to anyone, Covey. You know me. Do you know what I mean? I'd tell you how it is. Like, if I don't agree with something, then I'd say it, and if I am in the wrong, I'd admit to it and say sorry. But it weren't malicious to anyone in particular. It was just everyone on Twitter. I'm like for banter. I just laugh and I just wind people up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not. I don't use it for being serious or anything like that. But yeah, it just. But after last week's result, mate, I tell you what, I was dreading going on Twitter. I dreaded it. Oh, mate.
I was like,
it's all fun and games, though. It's all. I don't shy away from nothing.
I went last week. I went, I got my result, and Dan got his, didn't he?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio memo, wasn't it?
Sponsored by Stella. Sponsored by Stella.
I've just come out of the pub. I said, I'm going to speak to my old mate Covey and on his show. So I thought I'll come out.
Make sure you're not drink driving, mate. You've got that Fiat parked up.
Exactly.
I've got a Fiat parked up. I only paid 10 grand for it.
Oh, the lights are going out as well. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, the old light, look, the old van light. But yeah, no. Do you know what though? The boys today, though, honestly, Cove, like, gone from one extreme to another. We're missing 4 players as well today. 4 like big players that probably would have started. So we had to change our
fantastic result.
Yeah, we had to change our formation because the player personnel and that. And yeah, so the boys, I just said, just work hard. That's all you got to do. Just work hard. Show that you want it. Show, because in this league, anyone can beat anyone on their good day. Yeah, anybody can beat anyone on their good day. But if you have a bad day, these teams at the bottom, they will beat you.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. So you've got to be, if you turn up and you're like, I can't be bothered, or do you know what I mean, and you're not working hard, mate, you're going to get found out. Do you know what I mean? And that's what this league is a very strong league. Very strong. We've said this. Cove, I spoke to you for like even with Bishop Stortford last year.
Yeah.
I spoke to you. I said it's going to be a tough league next year, like with your Basildons and your Huttons, and everyone's changing managers, and a lot of players have dropped down. Like so.
Hutton did Hutton win again? They won again today, didn't they?
Yeah, they won again. Yeah, we got them next week. Yeah, looking forward to that. Seeing some old faces.
That's 5 on the spin. I think they won now.
Yeah, but Singer's a good manager, mate. He's a good coach. He's a good manager. He's a nice kid, mate. I've known him since he was like young. Know his family.
Yeah, they
is
battered us. They battered us when we went there.
they've got a way of playing and it suits them.
Yeah.
You know, so we ain't played against them. We've just been told that they can play, so we're going to train hard.
What's Canning Town like? Because they've had some big results. I think they're the only team that beat Buckhurst still, haven't they, this season?
Mad, they've had some mad
The only
results.
team that's ever beat them.
Like we got beat 8-3 by Buckhurst still. Canning Town beat them 2-1 the week after, and then we've just done Canning Town 4-0.
Yeah,
it's mad. That's what I'm saying. It's a mad league. But listen, they were good. They had their chances. You know, they didn't take them, but we took our chances.
Yeah.
Which is what we needed to. You know, Jake was superb. Cole Reed was superb.
Jake scored again. Jake scored again.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah, he scored. Yeah, he done really well. To be honest, worked his socks off. He was blowing after a little while, but yeah, no, he's fitted in like a glove, mate. He really has. The boys love him.
He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, isn't he?
And the thing is, he brings everyone together. You know.
Yeah.
Dan, we're gonna have to leave you because we've got another guest, but obviously I'll give you time to go back into another pint. But thank you for coming on.
I've got a pint. My one's gone warm now. See you later.
Congratulations
See you later,
on
boys.
the win, mate. Well done.
Cheers, Bill. See you later, mate.
Bye,
mate. Bye.
Okay, and we've got another lineup. We've got Nathan from SFN. How are you doing, sir? You good?
Yeah, bro, I'm good. How are we all keeping?
Yeah, we're good. Covey's good. He's got his Stella Artois in his hand, so he's all good.
Oh yeah, not bad for a Saturday night.
There you go.
What have you been up to? How did you get on today?
Yeah, how did you?
No, we didn't. We were supposed to have a game tomorrow with Beckton Gas, but they've got a few players that are isolating, so it's been called off.
Wow.
So we're just a few of our players. We said, we'll probably just go and check out like another game or something with an opposition we got in a couple of weeks. So we might as well go do some research.
Put a shout out now, mate, for a friendly. Put a shout out now.
Do you know what? I put one out earlier, but by the time everyone got back to us, literally was like this evening, and at that point, it's too late to kind of.
The problem when you do that is you get like 5 or 6 teams message you, don't you? And you think, oh fuck, like, who do I prioritize here? Who do I give? You know what I mean?
And you know what?
I tell people no.
Yeah, exactly that. And it was a case of I had like 4 teams lined up, and then I was like, all right, cool. Let me try and prioritize them, and then this one dropped out, and then I was like, all right, go to the other one, and then by that point they've already found another friendly, and in the end it was just it was just a pain in the arse, really.
Yeah.
Nathan, while you're here, mate, I want to ask your opinions on dual registration. We've got a running theme here over the past 2 weeks about dual registration players. What's your thoughts on that?
It's a sticky one, to be fair. Like I can see the pros and the cons for it. Put it that way. I can see the pros and the cons for it.
Come on, stop sitting. Now, come on, mate. Give us your opinion.
To be honest, I'm probably more against it, simply because you put it this way, you're going to get players that will just go wherever they're going to get the most minutes, really. And all you're doing really is giving players the ability to say, all right, cool. Am I in your starting 11? No, cool. I'm going to speak to my other team. Am I in your starting 11? All right, cool. I'm going to go over there. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's kind of more my stance on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Well, I'm for. I'm massive. Well, I'm not. Well, it's just it's like you know, it's pros and cons. But I just think it's horses for courses. I think if you need it, if you've got like an injury, and you can bring in someone of the caliber, of the same caliber or even higher to cover that injury and just see you through till that player's come back, then I'm for that.
I think if it's put together properly, then it definitely is something, like you said, it is something that can be beneficial. But it's just you have to put it in a way that it's not going to be, people are not going to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. Well, I think, like I said last week, I think that people the people that was against it was thinking that there was going to be managers making like 6 or 7 signings from 3 or 4 leagues above, and then just trying to win the league that way, rather than through hard work and building a squad.
Yeah,
and I just think that people thought that and it just blew up out of nothing.
Yeah, and it is exactly that. It is because there are people that will try and do exactly that.
Yeah,
but I think if it's put together properly, it could be beneficial.
Yeah.
But it's like with anything in grassroots, is like if someone can find a loophole, and get around a certain thing, then they will.
Yeah, well, we've done it both sides. We've sort of like benefited both sides. We've got a 16-year-old on loan from Tilbury. He's been with us from the start of the season, so we're sort of nurturing him. We're nurturing him, getting his first season in men's football, and then we had an injury to one of our centre halves. So because we've got a relationship with the club anyway, and the manager anyway of the 16-year-old, which is Tilbury, we was then able to bring their like centre half, the first team centre half in on loan, because he isn't playing, obviously, because of the COVID restrictions. So that it was massively beneficial for us, and we've been able to help each other out. We're helping him out with the 16-year-old who they've got high hopes for, and obviously they've helped us out by sending us there. Obviously, Darren.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, it's definitely beneficial if people use it the right way.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Nathan. Once again, thank you for joining us, mate. Appreciate it. And
thanks.
One last thing: where can people find you on Twitter, on the socials and stuff like that?
It should be just SFN FC on the YouTube, the Instagram, and also the Twitter.
Awesome stuff, man. Thank you very much for joining us.
You guys have a good evening, and we'll do this again soon.
Cheers, man. Thanks, mate.
Bye.
And it's just back to us two, Covey. Now, I see. I saw it. There you go. I saw the strategic. There we go. You wanna say what it's about?
This is my mate's company. Everyone would have heard of it already. He's got a lot of business now, and I've seen him take it from really small, on a small scale, to now he's sort of like taking over the world with it. And he was kind enough to send me a cap the other day, but it don't fit. I've got like a massive head, and I even put it on the last button, but I put it on, and like my face just went whoop. Stopped all the blood. Stop the blood.
I noticed that you've been taking some other advertising on board as well. What's this substitution board that I saw you had?
Yes, sub boards. So get onto them. So I just had this. Every now and again, you get a little tweet from Twitter saying about check your analytics. So I checked it out, and it was like 5.4 million impressions in 28 days, 54,000 profile hits. So then we put out a tweet just saying about if you want us to, just a little retweet or promote something for you, then let's do it. And if it helps, it helps. Then, So mate of mine got in touch and told us about the scoreboards. Little idea he's had over through COVID, and and I said, yeah, of course, I'll just I'll do the retweet, and I'll give out business cards and stuff at the games and that, and he was kind enough to just say, look, I'm just going to give you one. I'm just going to send you one. And it was like, wow, it was an unbelievable gesture, and I received it. It's down on the floor at the minute. So when we have a little break, I'll pick it up and I'll give it a little. I'll show everyone what it can do. Okay. It's good. So if you want, we on the sidelines until you get to like 3-4 levels above, you're using them rubbish old black number 10 boards, and sometimes you're not even using anything.
not even using them.
No, a little like A4 bit of paper with a bit of marker. Yeah. Ref 9999. So if you can just bring a little bit of fun to the dugout and a little bit of professionalism, if you want to, I'm all over that. And you know what I mean? Because we're standing next to the opposition, so we just give it to the opposition to use as well. So it's just a little bit of a gimmick. It's just nice. Makes you feel a little bit more professional.
Well, we're both involved in grassroots football. Again, the money's scarce down at this level as well. So any little things that can make us feel like we're in the professional game, if it's a sub board or whatever, then by all means.
Well, I first saw when we was managing in the Essex Senior League. The first time I saw one used at this sort of level was at Basildon. We played Basildon away, and the manager then is now the manager of Tilbury. That's Mark Harrison, and his assistant Liam Wallace. I just saw him pull it out, and I'm like, what? They got electric support. I was like, fucking hell. And me and Fenny are rooting through our old Ryman plastic fucking things that probably didn't have number 10 or something. We had to use 1 and 0, or hide the 8, hide the middle of the 8.
Using fingers, right? Anyway.
Yeah. And then you had the flip over ones, the flip over plastic ones that you flip, and mate, you just end up throwing them over the dugout.
Shout out to everyone else in the comment section as well. Again, you can join us. The link is there. All you need to do is just scroll up. The link is there. We've already had a couple of guests on already. We've got some more lined up as well. Chris Smith says, enjoy the game, Rootz. Told you it would be entertaining. He's obviously referring to the DTFC versus Baresi game. We have someone special coming on from that game very, very soon. So don't worry. We won't talk about it. We won't spoil it. We'll let the man himself come on and speak about that game himself. Also got Dave Morgan saying, hi, Billy Cove. I finished putting fires out now.
Click on the link. Dave. Come on.
There we go, Dave. Click on the link. Do not be shy, guys. I know you just want to listen in to us too, but it's also nice when you get involved as well. So no excuses there. Look, once again, the link is there to join us. So feel free to jump on 5 or 10 minutes.
We'll try and get Dean Perrott on from Harlow Ladies. They've got a massive game tomorrow.
There we go.
They're the lowest ranking side left in the FA Cup, and they're at home to Ipswich tomorrow in the first round proper. So that's a massive game for them.
Speaking about kind of ladies football, you're big into that. Do you have any aspirations of getting into the game at all? In any?
Well, I'd love to. I put out a thing the other day saying 2021 I will manage a ladies club, and I believe that. I think I will. I think I've got when Dean was kind enough to invite me in over Harlow last year. Obviously, I told you, for the people that don't know, obviously Dean invited me over to watch at first, just to have a look, just so I can judge his team for him, see what I thought of him, and I ended up going and watch every single game because they was just amazing side he's got. Then he asked if I wanted to come over and do a bit of coaching with him with forwards and stuff. And I went and done that, and it was just so good. They're enthusiastic, they're coachable, they want to learn, they listen. There's just and they're bloody talented as well. There's some of the players in his squad. He's got some unbelievable talent in his squad. So they've got a tough game tomorrow against Ipswich, but it's a good game for them to judge. Where they are, where they are technically, and if they're capable of playing that level, because it's going to be a tough game for them.
No, it is indeed. I mean, Harlow Ladies actually listening in. Whoever's behind their account, so shout out to Harlow Ladies as well, with the eyes emojis as well. So shout out to them. And again, good luck for the big game tomorrow against Ipswich. Unfortunately, Jake, yes, we did get in there before you mentioned it. Giving out a big mention to Harlow Ladies who play Ipswich in the Women's FA Cup tomorrow in the second round. So,
Billericay as well. Billericay got a good game, big game. Like I said last week, mate Terry and Scott are over at Billericay. They got in the first round proper as well against Maidenhead Ladies. So obviously I'm torn. Yeah, my loyalty is torn because obviously my connections with Maidenhead, you know, they're close to my heart. But you know, Terry and Scott are also. So, you know, I don't know where I'm going to go tomorrow either. I'm going to go and watch a game. I've yet to choose what game yet. All depends on the weather.
There we go, man. Torn between your head and your heart, sort of thing. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Got FC Parslow under 8s saying hi, Bill and Roots, watching for the first time tonight. Thank you for watching us. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. Richard Bennett saying up the Swifts.
There he is. That's our reserve team manager, Richard.
There we go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Richard as well. Oh, look who's in the chat. Dean Perrett, of all people. Your ears
It's another one. He probably doesn't know how to click on the link. He needs his boy Joe to come and help him out, and he can come on.
Guys, look, if 3 people have managed to do it so far, I'm sure Dean can sort it out. Dean, sort it out. Your ears have been burning. We've been bigging you up. We need to get you on. Come on for 5 minutes, mate. Come on for 5 minutes.
He's a bit shy, old Dean. He's a little bit shy.
Is he? Jake, he's trying to create more work for me. Create a Roots TV women's side. Covey's manager.
You know what? That's not a bad shout.
First women's YouTube side. Look.
That's not a bad shout, I'm telling you.
It's not a bad shout, but you know what I think? I think headache. Only because it's more work. It sounds appealing, don't get me wrong, and I would love to do it. But again, we end up doing all the filming.
There's a lot of hard work goes into it. I'm not I'm no way disrespecting the, you know, I know there's a lot. I'm not just saying, by me saying the other day, I want to manage it like ladies, and it's not no way of me saying I'm going to go straight in and and take someone's place. It's just I want to say something I want to do, but I know there's a hell of a lot of work goes into it.
No, of course. But again, it does actually sound quite appealing. You know, if we can't find it, we create it, and that's something I've definitely learned this year, if not previous years as well. If there's no opportunity right there glaring in your face, then why not create it? I mean, I'm sure between our contacts and contacts in the chat as well, we could muster up a squad and enter a league, and there before you know it, we'll be smashing up the place, won't we? What would be the name? For Roots TV Women's FC. That's a bit of a mouthful. I feel like we need a bit to shorten it a little.
Would it be? Yeah, I'm sure we'll put it to listeners. What name our side? Name our team.
Name our team. That's what
Roots and Boots. Roots and Boots FC.
Roots and Boots. Now, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we mentioned about a game. In fact, let me get up the thing. Chris Smith, shout out to you again. Enjoy the game, Roots. Told you it would be entertaining. Now, I didn't want to spoil it, so I thought, you know what? Let me get someone in who knows about the game themselves. So, who better than this guy? Hello, son.
Oh, mate.
Hello.
You can't be coming on here with a hat like that and then about to spill what you're going to spill.
I definitely can't behave. Look, you know what? What an eventful game. There's certain things I can't speak about because it's in the hands of the FA. I'm going to say what needs to be said about the other player that, you know, started everything, because he shouldn't be anywhere near a football pitch. He needs to go and actually seek help. And, you know, he's one of the reasons why there's the issues that some people have at grassroots football, non-league football, whatever you want to see it, because they feel threatened and intimidated by some people's actions. In terms of the game itself, everyone knows how it was billed. It was the top of the table clash, the 2 unbeaten sides in the league. And we completely and utterly dominated the game. And, you know, it was a strange game in a sense, because the opening 10 minutes, we were all over them, had a couple of chances, and we were thinking, okay, it'll come in a minute. And they literally had one long punt down the other end of the pitch, broke, and they scored. And I'm sitting there like, what on earth just happened there? Like, caught everyone by surprise, because, you know, apparently they're the best footballing team in the league, and they're, you know, going to play us off the park, when, you know, the football they played today would have only played Stoke City off the park. So, you know, it was one of them. And you were there. You saw that final 30 minutes of this first half, and it was just complete and utter domination. And you know, they're lucky that it, you know, only was 3-1. Just before half time, we got the third goal. Everything was falling into place exactly how we wanted it. And then the first incident, and obviously it involved their left back. And, you know, he had a coming together with Jermaine. And he lashed out and he kicked him. And that was the first flashpoint. And, you know, I'll say on record now that I've spoken to their left back, and I spoke to him just after half time. And I said to him, what happened? Because I didn't actually see what had happened. And he explained, you know, there was a coming together, a little bit of, you know, nothing really. And he lashed out. He took it, dealt with it. You know what I mean? No hard feelings, no nothing. Was respectful, spoke to me, no issues. Now, whilst that was obviously going on and players are all getting involved at this point and everyone's kind of pushing and this and that, I saw somebody run onto the pitch from the Baresi side. And I don't know whether it was a spectator, a member of staff, I don't know who it was. So I've then gone onto the pitch to grab one of my players to pull him back. And the referee actually said to me, you know, I don't really condone a manager going onto the pitch, but I understood why you did it. And thank you for helping out, because it was to try and diffuse the situation. And then their number 4 come over and he was just wanting to fight everybody, and he had his chest out and he was just wanting to go off. And I turned around to him and I was like, bruv, I was like, what are you doing, man? I said, just allow it. Calm down, man. Calm down. And then he literally got face to face with me, stuck his head on me. And yeah, that was that. 2 sendings off. You know, people commented about my fall to the floor, that it was very Louis van Gaal. I'm
sorry, I don't condone violence, but listen, Covey, if you remember Louis van Gaal, yeah, when I can't remember the game, but we know when he did that theatrical dive, look at him sipping his tea or whatever, did that theatrical dive, carbon copy, literally.
When's the video coming out? When's the video?
Oh, yo,
when the FA allow us.
Yeah.
We've got to let the dust settle a bit. But listen, at the end of the day, he did what he did. It was you know, it was very similar to, I would say, the best way of describing the incident was like Fred's in the Champions League a week or so ago, or Pepe at Leeds. And, you know, like I tried explaining to everybody, is that the FA want, from elite level football to grassroots, to be the same. They want it to, you know, it replicates. You do that, you stick your head on someone, you're going to risk getting sent off. And you did it in front of everybody. So anyway, it calms down a bit. Ref blows for half time. We get 2 players booked. They have 2 players sent off for violent conduct. So we make it clear to the players at half time that they're probably going to try and kick lumps out of you and, you know, maybe try and get the game abandoned or whatever, because 9 men now, the game's over. I was pretty confident there's not hope in hell's chance they would, you know, get the game back against my team. Especially, they couldn't do it with 11 men, let alone 9. So we started the second half, and I got a bit annoyed with my players at one point, because it became so easy that they were trying to walk the ball in. It became very...
Alex Skeever playing.
Yeah, Alex played.
Did he score?
Yeah, No, he didn't score. He came on because he's only just come back from a suspension. So it's only his second game back, but he came on. And it was just, we always tried making that extra pass or trying to set somebody else up sort of thing. And then I gave him a bit of a talking to on the touchline. And then we went 4-1 up. And then I noticed like something had happened, and I kind of looked over my left shoulder. And I noticed the guy that had got sent off and put his head on me was standing just behind me, just to the left. So I sort of like looked at him and I thought, where the hell did he come from? Because firstly, you're not meant to be on the side of the pitch, you've been sent off. And he was still wearing like the full tracksuit and everything. And then he wasn't there all game. It was like we'd scored and then he came round and he was standing next to one of his other players. And I turned around to his other player and I said, talk to him, man. I said, there's no need for this anymore, man. Do you know what I mean? Life's too short for all this stuff. And he was like, D, I know, man, I know. He goes, it's cool, man. He goes, it's cool. And then I took a couple of steps forward to him and I put my hand out. And I said, come on, man. I said, life's too short, bruv. Shake my hand, man. It is what it is. Leave it at that. And then out of the corner of my left eye, I see something going on. I thought we was on an attack. So I kind of like just turned around like that to look. And he's gone, bang, punched me straight in the jaw. And I was like, and I stood there at first and I looked at him and I was like, you just fucking hit me. I was like, you fucking mug. I was like, first of all, you just had a free shot and you couldn't even fucking move me off my feet. I was like, and you fucking hit me, you mug. And then for about 30 seconds or so, I was fucking fuming. Sorry, excuse the language, but I was fuming. I was livid at that point. And then like everyone's kind of getting involved at this point. And then he's gone to attack one of my players' stepdads. And he's hit one of my players' dads.
Nah, mate.
And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then all of their spectators are getting involved. One of them was talking about how we're not from them ends and you don't know what them mans can do and all that. And I was like, whoa, scary, you know? And it's like, come on, man. What is going on here? This has all started because we tried diffusing a situation and shaking a man's hand. And he just was not there. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like during the course of the game, there was a lot of toing and froing between Baresi players and my players. They were giving digs to each other on the pitch. But you know what they were doing? They shook each other's hands and they said, fair play. You know, one of our midfielders and one of theirs, they were proper digging each other, elbows in the middle of the park, little sly things to each other. And at the end of it, both of them turned around and looked at each other and went, yeah, respect for that. No, I don't mind a bit of that because
so it should be
part of the game. You know what I mean? And it's a mutual respect. It doesn't cross a line. It's sportsmanship, whatever you might want to call it, gamesmanship. And it was pretty straightforward stuff. And then, you know, this guy, he just took it to a whole new level. And I just sat there and I was like, wow.
Did the ref see it or anything like that? Did the ref get involved? Or?
Yeah, well, look, there's been loads there. There was everyone involved. The refs doing the report and stuff. He wouldn't tell me too much about it. But we had there was about 5 camera crews there and everything. So there was, look, everyone knows what happened. Their goalkeeper, he come up to me and he was apologizing to me and, you know, on behalf of the club and everything else. And I said, look, it's not your fault. He was threatening one of his own teammates. And I won't even divulge into what he was threatening to do to him. And I spoke to him after. I said, did you hear what he was saying to his own teammate and what he was going to do to him? And they were like, I know. He's off his head. He's lost the plot. And I was like,
the same player who hit you.
The same player throughout the whole thing. This guy was an absolute. He was like the modern day Vinnie Jones, John Fashanu, like rolled into one. He was everything. Like I was like, what on earth has got into this guy? Like I understand there's, you know, all kinds of things happen on the pitch and stuff, but you leave it on the pitch and you don't go over those lines. And like I said, there was a couple of Baresi players that were bantering me during the game. When they went 1-0 up, they were looking at me, giving it all the mouth and laughing and stuff. But at the end of the game, they come up to me and they were like, safety T, you got a wicked team there, man. And it was because there's a respect. It was like, what happens on the pitch stays on the pitch.
Yeah.
What happens off it is completely different. And it's about respect. And then I ended up talking to their manager, who you had on your show, for nearly an hour or so after the game. And I was pretty blunt in some of the stuff that I said to him. And I said, like, he's going to be the kind of guy that gets you lot into a lot of trouble. I goes, he can't be controlled. If nearly 45 minutes after an incident, he still can't be controlled, he shouldn't be anywhere near a football pitch. He should be somewhere well away from a football pitch because you bring everybody down. You've ended up getting a game abandoned. You've ended up bringing your team into disrepute. You've ended up making yourself look like a fool because you're punched like an absolute bitch. And do you know what I mean? And that's it. What more do I have to say on that situation? And I told him, and he looked embarrassed about it. He looked embarrassed. I said to him, you know, the league are going to deal with what they need to on Monday, and the result will be confirmed either way on Monday, is all I can say. But we know we've done nothing wrong.
How long was there to go in the game?
15 minutes. 15 minutes to go. 4-1 up. The
Ain't there some sort of rule that's like 75 minutes, isn't it? Is it 75 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. But the fact is that the game was abandoned because of the player that was sent off. They were down to 9 men. We had no players sent off. We wasn't the ones fighting or doing anything. So we're in the clear. Yeah, we could have, you know, controlled our players a little better and pulled them away from the situation. But it's a bit difficult when you've got X amount of players for them multiplied by all their supporters. I think that if there was no fans at the ground, it would never have happened.
Where was it? Was it not Harlow? Was it away?
No, it wasn't. That would never, ever, ever have happened at Harlow, because the fans would have been behind barriers. They would have been controlled. They would have been put in bubbles, groups of 6. Like, there was nothing. There was no barriers. There was no segregation. We had cones as a technical area. So it was like, you know what I mean? And the problem with that is, the best way of describing that was very YouTube-like in terms of the YouTube matches that we've been involved in over the years, because you don't really play in stadiums. You play at community centres, park pitches, and there's no ropes, no barriers, no nothing. It just... And that's the big problem, because once all their supporters started getting involved, family members, I don't know who they were to do with them anyway. Once they start getting involved, it's just a kind of free-for-all at that point. And the referee, because of the earlier incident before half-time, which took up to 10 minutes to sort out, had gone, nah, see ya, I'm going home, bye-bye. And I want to commend the referee as well, because I think that he had a really, really good game. It was a really difficult game to control, and I think he did the best. We also spoke to him about one thing we felt he did wrong, but we told him to not take it as a criticism, but more of a, you know, constructive comment. And that is that the players they sent off, he should have made them leave the area. They shouldn't have been allowed, you know, in that area. And then that incident wouldn't have happened. And he took that on board and was like, that's a fair comment. You know, I can take that one on board. But also on the flip side, I can feel sorry for him, because given the environment, how can you tell this guy to go somewhere? There's no perimeter or fences or segregation. It's like, get out of the park.
I don't know how you suffer it, to be honest. I don't know how you, because I've got like 4,000 followers, and I'm getting called Billy from Twitter, you cunt, and things like that during our games, and people winding me up during our games, mate. And you've got like, how many? You got like 4 billion followers now, so.
Mate, it's ridiculous. And it's, you know what, I've spoken to all the team and that we've spoken to them. There's a couple of them that are quite upset about the situation, and rightly so, because, you know, there's a few of my players that, you know, when you cross the line, they're tough as nails, and they do what they need to do on a football pitch, but they're not all about that life. They're not about street life, and, you know, they've not, you know what I mean? They don't, they pay their speeding tickets. They're them type of people. They like do everything.
I think the further you go, the further you got the league, mate, I think it'll all change for you, mate. I think it'll get a little bit easier. You won't get all that.
Man, well, this is the thing, and it's, you know, once we can go to a level where you're going to be in controlled environments and stadiums, and you'll come up against fans, but you're not going to come up against fans that all want to run around and start like creating a country and Western warfare. And it's just, so in that respect, we understand that. I'm a little disappointed in myself for reacting, but I feel that I've got justified, you know, reason for...
Mate, if someone comes and sucker punches you, you're going to react. Everyone's going to react.
It is at the end of the day. And it's, you know, at the end of the... I said, and people who know me well enough will know that if I didn't have my kids, or this was 15, 20 years ago, it would have been a different situation. And I'd have probably regretted it once I'd done it. Yeah. But I'm old enough and wise enough to be able to...
Yeah, leave it to the ref now, yeah? Leave it to the FA and the ref now.
And that's the thing. We have to leave it to the proper authorities. And I did. Yeah, I said some choice words. I won't hide that. I'll stand up in front of an FA or whoever and tell them straight that, yeah, I said a few choice words. I've just been punched in the face. So what do you want me to do? Ask for a cuddle? So it's not going to happen, you know? And I did nothing to provoke it anyway. I was just trying to shake the man's hand and say, listen, it's not about that. You know, we live in a world...
FC Baresi, their account, they follow me and I follow them on Twitter as well. So... they might even be watching this, and they you know, they might even come on to this show. You never know. And they put their side. They put their side of the story across.
Yeah, I don't mind them coming on. It was, you know, at the beginning when I spoke to the manager, he said to me the one thing that I did wrong was that I entered the field of play, and I said, yeah, and I turned around and said to him, I said I was pulling my player away, and I said, and I saw somebody from your side run on the pitch, and he said it wasn't one of our officials, and I said, but he came from your side, whether he's a spectator, an official or whatever, he run on from your side. And my first reaction was like, right, we've got to pull everyone, they're going to pull it apart, I'm helping. I was there to help the situation, that was it. And then they moaned about my theatrics, and I was like, you can moan all you want, really. Listen, he shouldn't have stuck his head in me, should he? At the end of the day, you did what you did. You paid the price for it. So that was that. And then, you know, there's no condoning anything that happened in the second half. And, you know, what he done. And it's annoying for us because we now have to wait for a few days to get things verified in terms of the result or this, that, the other. And, you know,
did the game go out live? Was the game going out live?
No, it wasn't going out live. It's pre-recorded and everything else. So,
everything all on video as well.
Pretty much, like our main camera that gets the actual footage of the pitch was actually on the side where all the spectators were. So I haven't seen that footage yet, and whether it captures anything because it was kind of below it in that respect. But yeah, we had pitch side cameras, and obviously you were there as well. And I don't know what kind of stuff you got, and it was just very uncontrollable, and it wasn't nice, some of it. And it's, you know, me, I take it with a pinch of salt, and I just kind of like, I deal with it. But some of my players, they don't come to football for that. They come to football to play football. And a lot of them have come out of step 4 and 5. So to come into this environment where they're like, wow, what the hell's happening here? Because they play in controlled environments, in stadiums and stuff like that, where, yeah, you might get into a bit of fisticuffs on the pitch with a player or whatever it might be. But at the end, you'll go in the bar and you'll have a beer together and laugh about it. Yeah. Because that's the way that football's always meant to be.
BT, I've actually got someone on from Baresi coming on, you know. Do you want to stick around?
Cool. Yeah, I'll stick around.
Cool. We've got Erzan on. He is.
How you doing?
How you doing, bro? You're the
what's happened to his signal?
The cameraman, cameraman. But look, I just felt like it was a very difficult game. I think first half was very tight. I think both teams were in it neck and neck. And then all this, like, we was 1-0 up, felt like we was in control. We was kind of on the defensive. Then DT, I think they got on the attack. I think there was a little handball in there, but they went on through on goal. They scored, fair play. And then they just took a little bit of control of the game. 2 set pieces. Ball comes out to their player, clinically scores, and 3-1 down. You're thinking to yourself, okay, let's get over to half time. What happens is...
Wait. The sound's gone. The sound's gone. But it's all crackly and I can't even hear what you're saying and stuff. Are you getting that your end?
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah, one sec. It was like there was some fireworks going off or something. But can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you. DT, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, it's gone now.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you
So
go. There you go.
when the game was obviously when it was 3-1, then the tackle happened. I left back, and then the fight just broke out, and then I'm thinking in my head, what is going on? It's all handbags, all like everyone's just fighting each other. I'm there thinking to myself as a cameraman, yeah, I need to get involved. I need to like do something, say something. But I was just always thinking in my head, what is the referee gonna do? What is the referee gonna do? I know how the fight started. It was from a foul on our left back, little bit of handbags going on. Left back kicks out, and into his chest. I don't think he intended it to be malicious. I'll say that right now as the cameraman, and to be honest, he's our captain, and I got a lot of love for our left back. He's a very good, talented player. And then it just sparks off. Everybody's fighting. 2 players get sent off. I felt the referee could have done it a little bit better. Stopped the fight, just interfered right before it happened, like the assistant referee, because she saw what happened. It was right in front of her. And then our players get sent off, and I'm just there thinking, wait, there's so much fighting going on. How comes it's not 10v10? And obviously, I'm on the other side. I'm on Clinton's, your side, Clinton. So I see we got 10 men. I'm just thinking, when's halftime? We go into halftime, and I'm just there dejected, right? I'm just there thinking, what a big opportunity, because I don't think DT's team dominated us. I really don't think so. I think it was fair. I think it was like even. We had a couple of chances. They did, and they scored from 2 corners. And I think it was a solo goal. But then the second half happened. I thought with 9 men, we actually worked really hard. And we was trying to create attacks and try and get in the game. And I thought like we had a couple of chances, a couple of corners. I thought, you know what? If we get 1 goal back, we're back in the game. It doesn't matter what opposition we're playing against. We've got to believe in ourselves. And then all of a sudden, there's a fight breaking out over their end. And I'm just there I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I say? And then the game gets called off. I'm just there thinking in my head, what's going on? I even spoke to a couple of the players after the game. I was like, what happened? What happened? Heard there was a fight going on between the player got sent off and DT. And I'm just there thinking, why? No matter what happens, right? Don't let the game. I'm thinking we should never let the game get to our heads. At the end of the day, we're playing top of the table clash. We know for a fact that DTFC could be our rivals for a very long time, right? Don't let the game get to your heads. It's like and we see it in football all the time, in derbies, where players just lose their head, lose their cool. And with 9 men, it was hard to get in the game. And then the fight breaks out again. And I'm thinking, you know what, just postpone the game and see what happens. From my knowledge, I have a feeling, I think the game's been abandoned without the scoreline per se. I had to look at the result. So we just got to wait and see what they say. But I'm gutted, man. I'm gutted. The way it just unfolded, and I'm just disappointed. And I even said to I asked a couple of your players what happened. And they said to me, the referee could have just done it 10v10, and in the second half, it all would have been okay. But we got to take the result, whatever happens on the chin. If it's a replay, if it's, if DT's team do get the 4-1 win, we just got to take it on the chin. We just got to move on as quick as possible.
Son, I've got to ask you this: do you really feel that you should start again? Because at the time of calling the game off, it was 4-1. I know you can say but at the same time,
I think the game was called off within like 20 minutes before the game finished. Yeah. And from my knowledge, from previous experiences, there's been a game called off 5 minutes before the end, and then there was a replay for it. That's from my knowledge. So I feel like there could be a replay, but if the league, look, it's up to their decision. If they feel like DT's team have got the win, we've just got to dust ourselves off, go into the next game, act like nothing's happened, fight for ourselves, and we're still neck and neck with DT's team. You know, they're the one to beat. That's what everybody's been saying. But we've got to focus on our own game and get ready for the next few games.
Okay, DT, I want to come back to you, bro.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Because that's an interesting hearing the other side of the coin.
Well, I'll try and break it down. So first and foremost, in terms of you don't think that we dominated us in terms of the game, I'll start with the game itself. Luckily for us, we have someone that does all the statistics of all of our games for obvious reasons. In the first half, we had 19 shots on goal and 11 on target. You had 2 and 1 on target. We had 72% possession. It was a complete and utter domination in the first half. You're lucky it was only 3-1. And the players knew full well that it should have been a lot more than that. So that's the game in itself. Now, I've spoke about the incident, and I don't need to go into that too much. But one thing that you did say that did make me chuckle a bit is the fact that you said from previous experience, because this is not the first time you've had games abandoned because of your behavior. So that is very evident.
That's just from my previous experience. I can't elaborate on that.
I know as well that last season you had a game against Petrocub abandoned as well because of racism. So I know full well what I know, and I know facts,
don't think it was,
and I will come here with facts. And I feel that with yourself, and I'm not gonna try and disrespect you or anything, but I feel that yourselves and maybe other people with Baresi want a replay because it's your only way of not getting the L that you fully deserve. And I feel that what he did was premeditated. It was very precise. We've also got evidence of him moving from one position to the other based on once we'd scored the 4th goal. And I can't say no more than that because it's in the hands of the FA. Obviously, you're with the London FA, we're with the Essex FA. So they will be dealing with you accordingly. You had 2 players sent off for violent conduct. We had none. The same player that was sent off was trying to fight everybody. He assaulted me. He assaulted one of our players' family members.
I didn't. I can't exactly say what happened because,
and that's fair enough.
I didn't say I was on the other side.
Yeah, no, listen, that's fair enough, and I respect that. But what I'm saying in that respect is that, me personally speaking, I can't see there being a replay in any way, shape, or form.
I understand why. I understand why you think that.
Because you know what the if there were not league officials at the game today, then I think that you could say maybe it be replayed because unless the cameras would prove something definitive, it would be your word against ours. You would be saying one thing, we would be saying another. The referee might have something in his report. But the big problem today is that 3 of the main league committee members were all watching. They
top of the table crash.
They all saw everything. And I've openly said this as well on my Instagram that I got a lot of time for your manager. I spoke to him for nearly an hour or so after the game. I got a lot of time for him. I felt really sorry for him because a part of him looked really embarrassed by what had happened. And this is
I understood him. Like I could tell. Like
he's a guy that is clearly, created Baresi, got a team, wants to try and create something, get kids off the streets, do all those things. And I fully respect that. Yeah. But I'm not going to sit there and mask over the reality, which is one of your players assaulting me. Yeah. And
was that all caught on camera? Was that all caught on camera?
I can't divulge any more in that.
Okay.
It's what's the famous no comment. That's what they say when you're in the police station, isn't it? No comment. No comment.
Yeah, because
look, at the
I
end
can
of the
only
day-
give my side of the story from the first.
Yeah, oh no,
incident.
that's absolutely fine.
That's
And
all I
respect
can
the
say.
fact that you've come on it. It takes a lot of balls to come on it, and fair play to you. But you know, at the end of the day, the guy needs to be punished for his actions.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to go to see somebody as well as part of his punishment, because that kind of behavior is not normal.
Yeah.
We all get angry at football. We all get frustrated. We all lash out.
The game was so intense. That's the thing. And like,
yeah, but when he did that, it wasn't. When he did that, because if you noticed in the second half, right, we basically just sat there and went left, centre, right, centre, left. And we were just, it was like a training game. It was just like, let's just play around, try and open them up bit by bit. And it was, that's what it's like against 9 men. I think you played a 4-4 none in the second half.
I think they set out for a 4-3-1.
It was like, we looked and we were like, look, let's not do anything stupid. Let's not get complacent.
Yeah,
because one goal back can kind of has it. But
of course,
at the end of the day, we got the 4th goal, and then it was a case of like, yeah, the game is officially done now. Let's get out of here. Let's go home and let's celebrate going top of the league. And that's it at the end of the day. And then he did what he did for whatever reason. It was a near 45 minutes or so from the incident, and he still hadn't calmed down. And it's the fact that he done a cheeky punch on the sly. It's like, I'd rather you be a man and stand there and like do it properly, not wait till I'm turning and I'm looking away while I'm offering my hand to you to shake your hand and say life is too short for any of that stuff. It's football. Shake my hand and we move on, man. If you had a clubhouse, I would have bought you a beer after or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But that's the thing. That's the way football is. If I see Bill and all them at a game, right? If we ever cross paths as managers, I can guarantee you now for 90 minutes, that will probably be like, you wouldn't even be able to monetize the video, the swearing between me and him, like from each other.
I don't think you monetize our video, the amount of stuff that I was
it would be back and forth constantly, but I can guarantee at the end of the game, we would shake each other's hands, congratulate whoever won the game. And
but I'm like our manager and ourselves, right? I'm like that towards everyone ourselves. Like, even after the game, I said, I even said good game to you. I went over to Kira and everyone else. I said, you know what, fair enough. You know, the game's done. Like, I just would have liked it if the game just finished on. Like, from my perspective, I think if the game went to, if it was 10v10 or to 11v, if our players didn't get sent off, I feel like we would have come out a little bit more sharp in the second half. But it's just one of those things for our team, man. It's a tough loss to take. We've got to continue fighting hard in training, in our games as well, and we've got to play a little bit of catch up. Obviously,
choose your words more wisely. I don't think you need to do fighting in training. I think you need to tone that
No, you
down.
know what I mean. You know what I mean. Don't take it out of context. You know what I mean. Like fighting for each other on the pitch, where we're giving our all for ourselves, and we know what we need to do on. We need to work on, and I'm gonna be there, and our teams are gonna just try and work on and improving, because the league is so much at stake. It's not just between us two, our teams. It's about West Six Reserves and Limor Gardens, because even Limor Gardens gave us a good game in the first game of the season. You know, they were the only team to drop points, to get us to drop points before our game today. So those two teams.
Listen, there's some tough games in there, man. There are some tough games, and it's, you know, I suppose, and I don't mean this in a harsh way, but I suppose the one advantage, if the score stands and it's a 4-1 win, then you're quite lucky that you got the last 15-20 minutes abandoned, because it would have probably ended up being about 8 or 9. So four goals conceded is actually not too bad, really.
It's on the circumstances, man. It's the way it happens.
Gents,
wrap it up.
We've got to wrap it up now. Really appreciate you guys coming on and talking.
I thought I'd just come on, just say what I need to say, because I know you told me beforehand and none of the other players knew. So I just thought, you know what, let me say my piece because I don't just want everything to be bombarded. Like, so I just thought, let me say my piece.
There's two sides to every story. We're glad you come on.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Always two sides to every story. But in conclusion to that as well, after listening to your statement, I can now say that you are the tie of Baresi.
How?
You are
because I'm trying to defend
Baresi's
my
version
team.
of tie. All you need is to have the full merch on as FC Baresi, and you are tie. I'm surprised you didn't blame the rain today for the defeat.
Nah, it was like when you look at the game, it was an even game. You've seen it multiple times in football. That's how it goes, man. I felt like in the second half, if it was 11v11, it would have been a lot tougher for you guys.
Right.
But yeah,
when it was 11v11, it was 3-1.
Oh, come on, from two corners.
Clint, last question.
No, he's gone.
No, I kicked him off because otherwise
yeah.
Right, we've got a question. So we're going to set up a ladies team for next season. Yeah, YouTube. We're going to take on #ladies. Us three.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do that next season?
Yeah, us three.
Yeah, I'm looking to do a ladies team as well because I've got a academy team for next season. I've got a reserve team for next season. I've got loads of things in place, man. So I just want to get this season out of the way. I just want to win this league.
Let's agree now on camera. We're taking hashtag.
He's loved
We're coming for hashtag.
He's there like that. He's there. Someone's in the background with a little contract.
We're coming for hashtag.
Hey, listen, our aim as a club, we've already said, and we've had this conversation already when you come to one of our pre-season games, wasn't it? And I said that, our objective right now is to establish ourselves, win the league this year, try and get up into the league that we want to. That's all going through the right process, and I can't say no more than that.
Yeah.
And our target that we're looking at is hashtag, because they're the only other team that replicate what we were, which was a YouTube team, and then move into non-league and everything else. So they've got
a ladies team as well.
He's looking for a job. DC's looking for a job, so hire him, man. I might be looking.
Listen, we will definitely talk, but it's I'm gonna concentrate on getting this lot this year. It's such a tight league, and this is the thing. It's like there's some good teams in there. There are, and it's like people say to me all the time, like how many goals you score or anything else. And I'm like, believe me, it's not as easy as you think, scoring the goals and keeping the level of the players
well easy.
up.
I used to find it well easy, mate.
Oh, you get out of here, man. Get out of here. You would have loved today's pitch. I'm telling you, that was a right throwback, proper, like, old school type pitch. But it's one of them. At the end of the day, we're just enjoying the journey. I think today was our 49th goal this season in 9 games. Yeah, we're very, very happy. We've only conceded 4 as well in those 9 games. And so, yeah, we're enjoying ourselves. We're just enjoying going out there, expressing ourselves, going from YouTube into actual league football and trying to make that transition. And, I understand that we're going to be a target because of myself, but at the end of the day, if we can do what we need to do this year, get up next year, and then we take it from there. And the aim
DTFC in the FA Cup soon, yeah.
Mate, listen. By next season, as long as we get into that step 6 status that we're looking at, then we can apply for and get into the FA Vars. I believe you've got to play a year in that before you can apply to go into the FA Cup.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing why I've got so much time for hashtag, and I know Spencer really well, is because they've kind of opened up doors for teams like mine now, because a lot of people are going, you can't have a YouTube team in the FA Cup. They're not a YouTube team. They're right now they're the best team in the Essex Senior, and they were probably one of the best, if not the best, when it got cancelled last season. And you've got to give them credit. They're not the hashtag United of the Wembley Cup a few years ago or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So give them the respect they deserve. And now they've been in the FA Cup and they've raised that profile. They can't say no to teams like mine anymore. They can't, because somebody's done it.
What about FC Dons? What about FC Dons? Do you think they're going to come into Saturdays?
I don't think they will, to be perfectly honest. And I'll tell you the reason why with these Sunday teams is because, again, I know the boys at SC Dons, and I've got so much time for them. They've got some unbelievable players. Yeah. Same with Lambeth All Stars, unbelievable players. But the issue is that where they play on a Sunday, they can bring in all their step 4 ballers. Yeah. When, like, if they wanted to go into non-league, it's not a case of going, you know what, we're good, we want to go in the Essex Senior League. It don't work like that. You will not get into the Essex Senior League. You've got to go down into the Step 7 feeder leagues. And even then, you might not find a league that will put you straight into the Prem. We were very lucky to get put into the Prem. But they looked at our team and the players we've got and thought, no, we need to put them straight in there. But there's some leagues that will go, nah, we don't care who you've got playing for you. You're going in Division 4. Like way, way down the bottom there. Yeah. And you're not going to get all those Step 4 players leaving their clubs where they're getting paid money and everything else to go and play, not even in a step. You know, once you progress up and you get to maybe about a 5, then you can start to tempt those teams. But it's getting there in the first place. I'm not doubting SC Don and, you know, all these other teams' ability because they've got an unreal team. But they can't just take that team and go into Step 4 and Step 5. They got to go right down the bottom end of the ladder. And it's a horrible place down the bottom end of that ladder. And a lot of those players, they're not doing it. And I'll tell you the prime example of this as well. And I know that you'll love this, Billy, because of this dual registration thing. I know you'll love this, right? Because I've seen a lot of managers. I've seen a lot of managers at a lot of clubs that have been, you know, talking about, you know, players going on loan whilst the Isthmian League and whatever's been cancelled and stuff. I've seen a lot of clubs at Step 6 even and Step 7 feeder leagues contacting those clubs and being like, we're after a centre-back, we're after a centre midfielder, whatever it might be. Yeah. And those clubs in Step 4 and whatever are like, nah, too low down. My boy ain't going there. We want a minimum Step 5. Minimum Step 5. Yeah. You know? So with me, I'm lucky that my striker that played today, Ayrton, he plays in Step 4. And he plays for Coggeshall. And we got permission to use him as well. And the reason why is because he was dual signed before the start of the season. He's been playing for me for over a year when we was a YouTube team. And with their league cancelled, I was like, can we take you for X amount of weeks or whatever? And obviously, as you know, Ollie Mers runs their team. So he's had to go to
Ollie. You just dropped something there. Hold on, 1 minute.
Yeah, was that a name?
Big up.
Yeah, you see that? So he still had to go off. He had to get the permission and everything else. And the first instinct was like, boy, that, like, are you really going to benefit anything going there, like to that level down there? And then he obviously knew, because his brother plays for us as well and everything. And he was like, you know what? Nah, I don't mind. But we would never have got that if we didn't know him and he hadn't been playing for us for the last year or so when we was YouTube and everything else. So, you know,
I think some of the managers, some are only some, maybe a small percentage, see Step 7 as a like they have that sort of opinion of Step 7 park football, thinking it's like shit, and the players are shit and the standards are shit. But mate, there's some fucking good players.
Bill, we've got one of your mates waiting in the wing. So DT, mate, we're gonna have to love you and leave you, mate.
DT, mate.
We're definitely gonna talk more because again, we need to see this footage and review it.
DBCFC ladies.
What?
Hey, listen. Hey, we'll have this discussion on the next one. We'll have that. All right. I'm out.
Let's go. See you later, mate.
Nice. Cheers.
See you later.
Right, we got one of your mates in. He goes by the name of Crispy Nuts, apparently.
Hey,
man.
how you doing, lad? You alright?
What, mate?
Yeah, not that
All
last
good, all
little
good.
exchange.
Go and put
Along with
50 in a meter. Turn the light on.
I'm in the car, mate. I'm outside the house.
Oh, hello.
What's wrong with everyone?
I look
Can't anyone
I
chat?
look like I'm like with the Undertaker, innit?
You look like just about to sing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Dong.
Clint, this is Dave Morgan. He's our goalkeeper coach at Swifts when he turns up.
Yeah, when I can turn up.
Goalkeeper extraordinaire. Very good goalkeeper. He's had a good little non-league career. Just joined the fire brigade. So we're all proud of him.
Got a left foot ping,
Yeah,
as they all call it.
Left foot, one of the best left foots I've ever seen. One of the worst haircuts I've ever seen as well.
That's awful, innit? Look at that. That's why I'm in the dark, Bill. Take your hat off, Bill.
I'm going to give Sat. Do you want me to join this?
Take your hat off.
No chance. No chance.
Someone's saying that's what makes sense why Alex is so bad in goal. Bloody hell.
That makes sense why Alex is so bad in goal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Typical Sykesy, that is.
Saying scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, wow.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Wow. I tell you what, get Sykesy on here. I tell you what, look on YouTube for Sykesy's dive in the box a few seasons back.
Yeah.
They're still getting the crater out of that.
Yeah, the cold end. Oh, Barry caught that. Clint, you seen that? The cold end on Sykesy's dive.
Oh, right. Did
Last
they?
season. Oh, my days.
Shout out Barry if he's watching in.
That's one of them ones you don't want the cameras to be there for that.
Oh, the worst dive. Worst dive I've seen.
How's yours, Dave, anyway?
Yeah, it's been all right. Just been at work. That's why I couldn't go to any of the Swifts games if it was on. But hopefully I'm there next week. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Hopefully, anyway.
20 fires out today.
I started a few. No, I didn't have no fires today. Only some false alarms, luckily. So no one was being able to save.
No cats up trees.
No, we leave them up there, mate. we leave them up there because you never see a cat skeleton up there, do you?
What do you think of Chris Lockwood?
Oh, how long's the show got left? Lego Head Lockwood.
Oh dear, how are you feeling about this whole dual registration thing then, Dave?
It is good because it keeps players keep them going over really. It's also helping the other teams that are lower down to keep going because when it actually kicks back in, they're going to need another pre-season if they're not playing. So if they keep playing for different teams from different lower leagues, just keeps them ticking over, which I think is good. It keeps their mental attitude going well, keeps their fitness up, just keeps grassroots football going really, because the lockdown has absolutely killed it.
I completely agree. What about you, Billy? Has your opinion changed since hearing that last exchange?
What, from Morgs?
No, the last 20 minutes. Who was listening to that whole theatrical palaver that happened?
Yeah, no, just it's well, that we can't really comment on that. That's in the hands of the FA now. I think that's we had our own incident last week in our game at Swifts, which was quite unsavoury. So it's interesting that there's been two really big talking points in the last 2 weeks. First in our game and then in DT's, but that's DT's one's going to go quite high, I should imagine, because of the personality that he is. It probably would have gone unnoticed if it wasn't him, but now it's probably going to get a lot of publicity, and the show will probably be in the paper or something tomorrow as well. So it's a result.
Right, lads, I've got to go. My dinner's ready anyway. I ain't been home all day. I've got to go.
All right, Dave. See you later, mate.
Speak to you later. See you later.
Yeah, mate. Oh,
off
dear.
his nut. He's off
Oh
his
man, I'm always coming in and say something constructive. You only come in to say hello.
nut. He's just mad.
Oh
Where's Dean
man.
Perrott? Dean Perrott not coming on. Alex Salmon.
Yeah, I've seen you in the chat, and you know, everyone was talking about get DT and Urson off, but again now they come off, and now everyone's gone shy, so we could add them back on for again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was a bit of a crazy situation that DT and FC Baresi was in.
Yeah, it was a bit of a crazy situation. I mean, I was there as a neutral, know both teams now. Got to know DT over the last couple of months, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just mental, just to say the least. Not that. I mean, it was. Look, I know Urson's got obviously back for his side, but again, when I got there 10, 15 minutes late. They already 1-0 up. From then on, it just looked like more DT than Baresi, if that makes sense. So I'm not too sure about the even game sort of thing.
Yeah.
The sending off, again, I was actually speaking to one of the players. All I saw was a kick out, barely. And then obviously I see
he said that there was a kick out, but it wasn't malicious. Fucking all kick outs are malicious, ain't they? There can't be a
you don't mean
kick out, that's it. Yeah, that's
exactly. Kick out and then it's not malicious. You don't kick out and mean to tickle someone. You kick out and mean to hurt someone. Obviously, DT comes on the pitch. He says he comes on because he sees someone else comes on. Then I end up seeing him on the floor, literally like Louis van Gaal back in whenever that year was when he did. And then two players send off, and like that whole incident went on for a good like 10, 15 minutes, Bill. Like literally, referee had everyone on the sidelines doing that, and there you go. Sykes is saying, "I'm getting deja vu." Sykes, join us. Likes to talk a lot on the sidelines. He's one of them ones, is he?
Yeah, he's one of them ones. Got a lot of mouth, old Sykes. I think he scored today.
Oh, right. So he's got a lot of mouth, but he doesn't want to back it.
Yeah,
but don't worry, we've got someone else to join us anyway. We've got Dean.
Here he is.
I worked it out.
He's finally worked it out. How are you doing?
How are you both? All right?
Right,
yeah, we're good. We've been entertained today, to say the least.
How you looking forward to the game, mate? I thought you'd be in bed by now.
Yeah, mate. I was trying, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling, to be honest with you. But no, really looking forward to it. Really looking.
Yeah, you ain't gonna sleep, man. You ain't gonna sleep tonight.
No, mate. I've got about three teams in my head at the moment as well. So
you got a full squad.
Yeah, bar two.
Oh, who's that? Oh, you don't want to say? No, don't say.
Joe might be watching, mightn't
he? Yeah, he probably is. To be fair. That's right.
I don't know. Still going over a few things in my head, but no, the girls are ready. We had a great training session on Wednesday, and obviously cameras were down as well, so that was even better publicity for us. It's a massive game. Look what Ipswich done last year. You know, they got to the 5th round and played Man City. Unbelievable.
Yeah. You had a player on loan as well from them, didn't you?
Yeah, we had Livy Bilston. From their under 21. So she's an excellent player. I assume.
Didn't they take her up as the squad? Didn't they take her up as part of the squad for that game as well against Man City?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, she was in that, and also she's got another year's contract with them as well, or she's with their academy. So she might even be in the squad against us tomorrow, but she hasn't.
So, butterflies. You nervous, Dean?
To be honest with you, no. I'll get nervous about the league games. Bill knows me. Bill knows me well. I do get nervous about league games. I think it's because of winning so many games last year, the year before. The expectation is there to carry on and win every game you can play. And the squad I've got is unbelievable. And like Bill said, it got him sucked in, and he did come to literally every game, even away at Wroxham and Windingham and places like that. Yeah. I think the expectation's even higher. And when it gets to Saturday night, Sunday, and you've got a game, and the expectation is the win and everything like it, you get a bit bit nervous on it, and I have to have a chat with Joe on the way there and think, wow, what do you reckon today? But tomorrow, I feel actually quite chilled out about it.
Mate, you're not usually the underdog, are you? That's the thing. You're not usually the underdog.
Right. Yeah, that's right, Bill.
And tomorrow there's no pressure. You're going into a game with no pressure. You know, it's you've got a full. You know, like I say, you got some fantastic players now. Like I said to you before, you lost some good players in the summer.
Yeah.
But you replaced them. You replaced them with some fantastic players. And you know, and once that side's gelled, which it's starting to now, you know, they're gonna go from strength to strength. Have you played against Ipswich before?
Played him in a friendly a couple of years ago when there was an when Grant was at Harlow. There was a girl called Carla, and she went up there and run them. She brought a reservish team down. It was a 5-4 in a friendly game. But I've certainly not played them since Joe's been there, and they've gone like a full-time academy. Most of them play in that academy. 9 of them and internationals at different age groups. What they've got there is unbelievable. And cheers, Rich. It'd be a big challenge.
They're gonna, like you say, they've got some. It's not going to be like, you know, when you play against teams like these. Sometimes they won't put a full side out and things like that. They'll put a few academy players in or reserve players in, but no chance. They're going to be at full strength tomorrow. There's no way that they're going to play a weak side. It just means so much. The financial, and just the overall, because it's the FA Cup. You know, they're going to want to progress to the next round just as much as you are. But I think personally, mate, the team that you have, the squad that you have, the players at Harlow, you're a match for anyone. You know, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of all of them. I'm a big fan of you. I'm a big fan of all the girls.
No, I appreciate that, and I think the girls will. They certainly will give it their best tomorrow. Anyway, there's no doubt about that. You know, look at the result we got against Portsmouth in a pre-season friendly this year. We drew 1-1 against them.
Unreal, unbelievable.
They're above Ipswich, so. That was a cracking result for us. I know it's a pre-season friendly, but no, I think
I was there. I was there as well. Shock.
Yeah, shock. I don't think Joe will relax his team at all. If he does, then fine. You know, that's up to him. That's what he wants to do. But even if he does relax it a little bit, I'm sure he's got an absolute unbelievable youth development. They're top of their league in the under 23s and their academies, and you know, they're a great setup up there. What he's got, and you know, they're training 3 or 4 times a week. You know, the academy's they're training 5 days a week. So fitness, they're probably going to be spot on. It depends if they've had a month off like we have. I could have done with a game last week, but unfortunately that was called off because Luton had to play Enfield in the cup. So it gave us an extra week off where the girls have been hard behind the scenes. So
you
know,
Dean, I've got a question from Jake for you. What's the prize money like if we win? I'm guessing it means you. And how
he's after a new camera.
The prize money, I don't know what it is tomorrow. Actually, to be honest with you, Daisy Jenkins normally keeps me up to date with how much we've won and how much it is. But I think
it's got to be in the thousands. It's got to be. Actually, the ladies is less than the men's, isn't it? That's ridiculous as well. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I think it's about 850 tomorrow. I'm not too sure.
Okay. All right. Just one more as well here from Tom Q Taxi saying, can we have a campaign on pitch conditions and the demise of ground staff park?
Yeah, that's Tom. He knows his stuff. Old Tom.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's a good man.
I mean, look, our pitch has been looking this weekend so far. I mean, I think the game's going to be on. That's another thing. But
Millwall's off already tomorrow. Millwall with the Woodson Park's off.
Is it?
Yeah, that's grass. Shambles pitch.
Okay, cool. All right then, Dino. Wish you all the best. And
thank you, mate.
Fingers crossed we are. And I think, by the way,
thank you.
Well, he's actually fishing for a job as well, so you never know. He might have a number 2. Oh,
I think we lose him, Dean, aren't we? I think we're losing him. Our
we lost
Wi-Fi
him.
signal's gone.
There he's gone.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Dean has left us. But again, thank you very much for joining us, Dean, anyway. And yes, if you want to join the chat, the link is here, and we'll press it again one more time in the chat. And then you can jump straight in and have a chat. We've got just under 30 minutes to go. We've had some great guests so far, talking about our weekend results, talking about dual registration as always. Quite a few more in your favour this week, Covey. Everyone started to come around to the idea.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was trying to get Alex. Well, Alex was going to come on tonight. Alex Salmon.
Mm-hmm.
And we was going to discuss that he's sort of changed his opinion on the old dual registration. Is someone coming on again?
We have indeed. We have another guest. And the guy who's been so active, he actually wants to come in and actually talk now, does he? All right.
What's going on, Bill? You all right?
DTFC ladies coach there. There he is.
Well, it's in the making. It's in the making.
Scored today, yeah?
Yeah, well, I was blowing out my arse after about 10 minutes. So
Was it 2-1 in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah. How long did I get? I got 70 minutes, so I've not had 70 minutes or more since about a year, maybe. So,
wow, that's all right.
Done all right. Yeah, got 2 in 2
of my old
now.
clubs.
Yeah.
So who are you playing for right now?
Redbridge.
Redbridge.
Yeah, so it's Walthamstow versus Redbridge today.
Yeah, the funny thing was, Walthamstow, every time I've seen them or played against them, they've been solid. Like, I know they've got a little bit of a budget over there, so you're going to have good players.
Yeah.
I think they won today, so you can't knock the win. But I felt like we should have got something from the game. They had a penalty, which was a penalty, and they scored a set piece. But the second half, they didn't have a shot at goal.
Really?
Yeah, I think I scored like a flick or so. I can't remember today. It was like a header and then I flicked it in and I got pulled back 1-on-1 and the ref didn't give it and send him off. So swings and roundabouts.
Wow.
But yeah, I think they'd say as well they didn't really play well second half. So I felt we deserved the point.
Yeah, something like you having a ref decision against you.
No, they hate me, don't they? I mean, that's probably why I extravagantly fell all those years ago. I can't get a foul to save my life.
We have to get the refs in. We have to get a referees. We have to do a referees edition next week. Yeah, and Josh will definitely be on there. He'll definitely be on the show.
But Stacey, how have you been finding this whole dual registration talk anyway?
Well, no one wants to sign me, so I've
Well, you're all right, mate. You're doing all right, Redbridge. There, times are changing. Now.
I mean, I don't. Obviously, my brother plays the step higher. His league's not. I think he just signed with Brentwood. But his league's not obviously running, so I don't see the problem if they're going to, because it's fitness in the day. If I was in that league, I mean, I've never been fit, so for
how old are you now, Josh?
I just turned 30 this year.
Getting
on.
Yeah, getting on. But if someone offered me free fitness, because I can't go out and do runs, like you see all these people putting their fake 5Ks up on Twitter. Oh, look, I've done it in under 20 minutes. I don't care, mate. Generally don't care. But you can't beat fitness from a football match.
Yeah.
Because it's stop, start, and you don't feel tired, if that makes sense, because your brain's constantly thinking about the game.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to come off today. I told the manager that, but I was blowing by that time, so it's the right decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dual reg, I don't see a problem with it as long as people aren't taking the piss of it, because I mean, can't be signing 3-4 players from 2-3 leagues above. It's going to take.
That's what I think everyone thought was going to happen, but it didn't never materialise, did it?
Yeah.
What did you play Sundays as well, Josh, or not?
No, not anymore. I can't, mate, I've been in bed since I got home.
Really?
I can't move. Literally can't move.
Wow.
But you know me, I try and bully the whole game, so I'm constantly getting boshed about everywhere. So
yeah,
I'm getting old as well, so here's what it is.
Yeah.
I've retired 3 times. So.
Come over with us next season.
Yeah, we'll see how I go. I think I'll probably be broken by then.
That's a 7-day. Just put a 7-day. Just put a 7-monther in for you.
Yeah.
One last one. Do you fancy being part of this team that Bill's putting together a ladies team? Director of football?
I said it to him the other day. If I don't play football next season, obviously I won't be able to. I don't. Do they play Sundays only, Bill? Is it?
Yeah, Sundays. Yeah.
Might do then, yeah. Because I'm not. Depends how work is. Because obviously where I work, they've got to play, haven't they? They've got to play their games now. So I'm back to work with them tomorrow for the Burnley game.
What do you do over there then?
I'll do ticketing for like club and box level and things like that.
Ah, right.
But yeah, now we've got the go ahead for a couple of hours, and it's just been manic recently.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
How do you fit that around your football anyway then? Saturdays and Sundays and that?
It's bad to say because Arsenal in Europa, aren't they? So it kind of works out. We usually play Sundays because of Europa.
Oh, of course.
It's bad to say, but yeah, years
the
ago.
The only Arsenal fan who wants Arsenal to be in the Europa League.
Oh, no. But years ago, when we was in the Champions League, I couldn't obviously play football every weekend if we were playing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's my job at the end of the day. It pays my bills.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah. Maybe that's why your weight sort of fluctuated a bit last few seasons. Up and down because of the stop starts and the job don't help.
Yeah, I think I also in the last few years I've torn my hamstring 4 times, broke my leg, so that didn't help. I'm doing all right though. I was nearly 20 stone in March. Now I'm 16.6, something like that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, I've had only 1 meal. I'm doing like this 2 meal thing a day, and it's just killing me. But I've got to
I'll
get
do
it down.
that. I'll do that as well. I've Nando's first one, and then I've Domino's.
Yeah, I didn't eat before I went football. And then I just had some grilled chicken and veg when I got home. That's it.
That's good, mate. That's good. You can see it in your face as well. You can see it in your face. Yeah. A bit of weight. No, that's good, mate.
I've had to. Otherwise, you're pushing 20 stone. You just especially at 30. By the time I'm 40, God, it would have been really bad.
Yeah. You'd have been like me, mate. I'll slim down to obese. I have.
Yeah, it got bad, but I've just been trying. Even it's just for a health thing more than football or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, I didn't even want to play football this season. It's only Mickey when he was at the manager at Redbridge. Because I know Mickey well from a few years now. And he just said, "Look, just come and play for us. Like you're just going to enjoy football again." It's a shame obviously the way it happened. He just had to go after he had some problems and that.
Yeah.
Like in his personal life, which is sad, but.
Yeah,
It's what it is. And then obviously George took over. He come from Averley. He gave me a crack at it today because I didn't play last game against Saffron Walden. Even it's bad when the all their team are coming past and going, Sykesy, why are you not playing? Like, are you mad? But you just got to deal with the manager's decisions. It's like he sees what he sees for each game, and I've scored in the last 2. Hopefully I'll get a few more starts now and get the minutes in.
Yeah, well, good luck, mate.
Here we go. We'll
keep looking out for you.
Will do.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thank you, mate.
Thanks for having me on.
Cheers guys. Mate.
Bye.
Here we go. That was Sykesy there. We into the last 15 minutes of the show. Again, guys, if you want to get involved, the link is in the stream there. Jake is helping out in terms of helping people get on. Somehow people are not managing to figure it out, but we've had some great guests on so far. I mean, that whole palaver.
Really good. Good job we made it a 2-hour show. We wouldn't have fitted everyone in.
I know, for sure. Yeah. I mean, have we managed to get through everything we wanted to chat about? Was there anything else left?
I think we have, to be honest. I think we've pretty much covered. It would have been good to get Alex on, to have a different sort of viewpoint. I don't know if has there been any questions on Twitter about anything happened tonight?
Not really. Like, it's just obviously Jake's been very active. In fact, he had a question for Sykesy before he left. He said, "How can you not eat before playing? Does it not ruin your energy levels?" Which is obviously a fair shout.
It's just horses for courses, isn't it? I think it depends on the person. I think.
There we go. Yeah. some more requests as well for people to come on the show. Again, people, this is open to you guys. If you want to get on board, it's just nothing necessarily just me and Bill chatting away. You can come on board and talk about certain things that's going on at grassroots / non-league levels as well, whether it be registration or anything else. I think going forward, we might have to change up a little bit, maybe, as you said, get some referees on board, get their point of views as well, different people from the grassroots level.
Yeah, it'd be good to have some referees on next week if we can get someone on next week from the referees that follow me on Twitter. That'd be great. I know there's a few on there.
There we go. And again, we want to talk to it's not only just about the players that play grassroots level, because grassroots is just everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the referees,
coaches, volunteers, managers, players, anyone.
Exactly that. So we want to get everyone's opinion. Again, might be people that are a bit shy, but again, if we can't get your opinion, then how are we gonna, educate ourselves and educate other people about things that go? Like,
you ain't got any results in front of you? How did Man Bakers get on today? The last time I checked, it was 1-1.
I haven't.
They was playing in the Vars.
I haven't. Unfortunately not.
Jake and them, I guess. Yeah, that's a referee. She'll come on.
There we go. Heatley, Charlie saying
Linos.
Some lady footballers. I mean, look, we're open.
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely. We should have. I've
seen Abby Dell
next week.
I've seen Abby Dell in the comment section earlier. I mean, if you want to, if you're still listening, Abby, by all means, get involved.
Well, next week we can get some. I don't know, have some of the maybe depending on how the results go tomorrow. Some of the Harlow players, Billericay players, come on and talk about tomorrow's games.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're open to everyone as well, guys. It doesn't necessarily just have to be in Essex. There's footballs outside of Essex, outside of London, in fact. So again, if you are watching this, by all means, just drop us your results. We're open to find out more results than just what's going on over in the Essex, East London area. By all means, we know Grassroots goes on all across London, in fact, all across the UK. So just drop us a message. If you want to get on board, let us know. Let us know. Yeah, man, I think we pretty much covered everything, haven't we? I mean, we've got 10 more if anyone wants to jump on board. And again, another one as well. If you are a business as well, please let us know if you want your business advertised. You can see the hat in the back there, modelled by, well, not really modelled, really. But there you go.
Everyone knows the brand.
There we go. And we talked about the substitution board earlier on as well. So little things like that. If we are part of the grassroots community and you want your brands, business, whatever it is, advertised,
if you want a little shout out, let us know.
Let us know.
Always, we're always willing to help. Try and get people's names out there. Everything we can do.
Alex Salmon is saying, what's the link? I mean, the link's been put in the comment section about 20 times, Alex. I don't know how everyone keeps missing it. Sites, there you go. Thank you very much, Sites, to be up and out. Baker's lost 2-1, apparently.
Fucking hell.
There we go. Oh,
cheers,
and physios might be new. Yeah, there we go. Physios as well. Get a different perspective. Thank you for the suggestions. Any physios that want to get on board, there you go.
Yeah, I've got quite a few physios as well following me on there on Twitter. So yeah, get them on.
Trevor's saying, Bill, have you offered Fenny any advice on how to motivate Garth?
Yeah, just threaten to bury him in Epping Forest. It seemed to do the trick.
There we go. Sights said it's past your bedtime, surely.
It is, to be fair. I'm getting a bit. So I got to have my cocoa. Put my slippers on.
There we go. Well, guys, we're gonna probably leave it there. I know we said we're gonna go to 10. Racism in football will be a good conversation. You can always talk about that. Abby, how's the injury? Look, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. We said we've got 10 minutes to go, but I think we've discussed everything. Yeah. Bill was Coco. I want to jump in a hot bath as well. So again, thank you guys for watching. It has been
Thank
a
you
long
so
day.
much. Yeah.
No,
Thanks
no,
everyone that come on. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks, Judy.
no. Thank you, man. Thank you for setting this up as well. Abby, Del, good. Thank you, Abby. We'll probably see you in the next one then, because we're going to wrap it up now. But again, if there's anyone who wants to get in touch, make sure you either hit us up on Twitter, and then we can sort it out from there. All right. See you guys next week.
No.
Good night.